Okay, so now we're just going to have a look at some things that we can do on the insert ribbon. I've got just a standard document here. I've actually got some filler text that I've got from the internet, the old Lorem Ipsum text. I'm going to start by adding an image. So click on Insert. In earlier versions of Word, you actually could use clipart. Clipart's been taken out in 2013 version, so we have to use pictures or online pictures. So I'm going to use online pictures and get some images from the internet. So click on online, and because it's a Microsoft product, it comes up with the Bing image search. Good enough for this process. Put in my topic, so maybe just go dog shaming. Click search, see what it comes up with. Some lovely dog shaming images. This little notification here, this is about copyright, and this is saying that the images you found are Creative Commons, and you do need to take into account what particular Creative Commons level they are under, and if you need to, you may need to attribute back to the copyright owner. For the sake of this exercise, we're not going to worry too much about copyright. You will learn so much about copyright during the course, and you'll be able to figure out where to get the images where you don't have to worry about copyright. But this will do for now. So I'm just going to close that little thing so I can see my images, find something cute. Oh, there's just so many good ones to choose from. So maybe we will go with this one. It looks kind of cute. So click on it, click insert, and the image has been inserted. It was where my cursor is, which was at the end. This is actually quite a large image. If I want to make it smaller, I can simply just drag the little corners and make it smaller, and now it fits on the page. Like, I guess if I want to, I can grow it a little bit. The way that Word automatically inserts an image is that it inserts it in what is called inline with text. So by default, the images are not very easy to move around. So if I try to move that, you can see the little bar. It's going to sort of plonk it as part of a sentence, so it gives the line of text the full height, and most of the time that's not what we want. So the first thing we need to do is choose what kind of text wrapping we want. So decide how we want the text around the image to behave. Easiest way is just to click here and choose one of the things. So you've got square, you've got tight, you have through, you've got in front of it. So I'm just going to click square. It's as good a one as any, and now you can see I have so much more control over where I can place that image, resizing it, etc. So because I've said square, it's putting text on both sides. I can also do that by right mouse button, click on wrap text, and again you have all of these amazing options to choose from. But I'm quite happy with the choice that I've got, so I'm just going to click off it. The other things that you can do with the image is, if you have a look up the top here, you've got all these format things. So I can change the way the picture looks. Things like frames, and I can make it, put little circles around it. So I can actually change the frame. So by changing the frame, it actually makes the image look quite different. And here's some little quirky ones as well that you can choose. So if you want a little bit on the side and look a little bit quirky, we could choose that one, and what we end up with is our image sort of rotated, and on the side I'll click there, you can see what it looks like. It's got a little bit of a shadow, so it's kind of nice. Click back on the image. Some of the other things that you can do is you have this little rotatey thing at the top. If I put my mouse on that, and you'll see the shape change, I can actually rotate it myself. La 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 la. If I didn't like the way that it did it. And of course, at any time I can resize it. And of course, move it around. So that's really the nuts and bolts of images. Once you've got it selected, again, you can just click on the format and you can change lots of different things on it. Picture effects, picture layout, the wrapping, as well as some of the basic corrections you might want to do. You can add corrections to its brightness and contrast, color, artistic effects. but most of the time in a document you probably don't want to do that. Maybe you just want to put a frame around it. The other thing that we were looking at on the insert tab, and I'll leave that picture there, is to insert smart art. Now smart art is a way of graphically showing different concepts and text, and there's lots of predefined smart art graphics available. So I'll just click on smart art. You can scroll through the amazing array of things, from pyramids to whatever they are, group lists, to sort of processy things, or you can go down here and have a look at relationship ones, hierarchy ones, cycles, etc. So I'll just randomly choose one. Let's go with one of these cycle ones, continuous cycle. That looks good. Click on that. That's my preview. Click OK. It's going to plonk it where my cursor was, which is at the bottom. And all I need to do is put my own text in each of these, and you can see down here is where I can add it. So I can go, something like step 1, step 2, yeah, boring, step 3, make sure my fingers work, step 4, step 5. And if I actually wanted to add more, because there's only 5 by default, if I just go down here and add another line, you'll see that an extra one has been added. So now I have a step 6. Close that, and then I have my new graphic with now 6. If I go across here to the design and the format tabs, under the design tab I can give a little bit, funk it up a little bit. I did say funk it up a little bit. Change the color. Make it multicolor if you like. That one will do. That's quite pretty, except that I get 2 the same color. There. And maybe give it a little bit of a 3D kind of look if I want to. If I totally mess it up, I can just click on Reset Graphic and take it back to the scratch. So again, nuts and bolts of smart art. There's not a lot to it, and lots of different things to choose from. The third thing that we were looking at was inserting shapes, and that's again really easy. I can just insert. I'll just press enter a couple times so it creates it below. Insert shapes, heaps of different shapes to choose from. I can put smiley faces, draw it on the page. Whoops, that's a bit kind of funky shaped, like so. I can change the color of it, make it a yellow one. I can add arrows, drawing them. I can add pretty much any of the shape options that I want to add, and put them on. So this was a little bannery star thing. And I can select the individual elements like so. And once I've got an individual element selected, I can do things like change the format. I can change the shape fill, so I can even fill it inside with a picture if I wanted to. I'll just grab one of mine. Random. There we go, some eggs. Again, you have the little rotatey thing that you can rotate around. The only other difference with things like shapes is that if you notice the egg basket starbursty thing that I've created is on top of the smiley face. I'm just going to move it over a little bit so you can actually see. If I want to change the priority around and make the smiley face come out into the front, all I need to do is select the smiley face and click bring forward. So either bring forward or bring to front. So I'm just going to bring to front, and now you see the smiley face has priority. That's my dogs just getting a bit antsy there, making that noise if you can hear them. So again, shapes are really easy to deal with and really easy to move around. If you're creating something really fancy, then my suggestion would be to use an external image editing package. But certainly for the types of documents that you would be creating, this does a pretty good job.